Hello and welcome in everybody. Thank you very much for joining me today. We are playing some Cozy Caravan. It's a brand new game and it is absolutely adorable. We decided to pick a cute little otter to play with. There are different skins and colors for each skin. I decided to go with a cute little otter. First thing we did as soon as we got into the game, we look at the letter from our Auntie Marilyn letting us know that she needs help with the Whiz Bang Fair as a guild request to go meet our guild representative, Arthur, and our best friend, Bubba, at the caravan that she left for us to use. After talking to Jill here, we move her toolbox so that way we can get through the gate. She lets us know that we are on the way to the caravan, so we head over the bridge. And this is where we get the first look at our beautiful caravan. And Bubba. We wave at a neighbor, and we get some hearts for it. We talk to Bubba a little bit, and then we go exploring around, seeing who we can help. After a little bit of exploring, we notice this little frog over here, and we find out that they are froglets, and that there are 26 siblings in total. They go ahead and jump in, and we help carry them back home. Shortly after this, we go and pick up Jill's toolbox and we bring it over to Larry. Larry is having some trouble with his gate and he asks for some tools to fix it. After giving him the toolbox so that way he can fix his fence, he gives us a carrot. After talking to Larry, we head south and we end up running into Barry that asks us for help getting Dill down off the top of the fence. He does a Assassin's Creed dive straight into the hay, which I thought was incredibly adorable, and we get a tomato for that. After helping Barry, we head north and we end up talking to Gary here. Gary tells us that he needs some help picking the lettuce that is in his fields. Once we help him, he ends up giving us some hearts, which are very important for a level up, and some lettuce. After dropping the lettuce off in our box, we end up talking to our guild rep Arthur, who lets us know that our caravan is ready and that he would like to run a quick test market so we kind of get a hang of how everything would go. We go ahead and select all the items that we have in our storage chest so that way we can sell them, and it lets us know that we can use RB to cycle through all of our items. By clicking on the table, we go ahead and put the vegetable or the produce down, and when somebody walks up, they can buy it from us at our little register over here, such as this goat with the carrot. After selling our little tomato here, we go ahead and close up shop. Once you close down for the day, it shows you all the things that you sold, and it shows a little heart meter at the top that fills your bar. After finishing the market, we talk to Arthur a little bit more, and he explains that the bar in the top left corner gives us happiness meter. Once we fill that all the way up, we end up getting a token. So it is very important to fill it up so we can get tokens. Those tokens can be used to upgrade our caravan. After traveling for a short period of time, we end up talking to Yas, who is the librarian. She remembers us from when we were younger, me and our best friend, Bubba. She lets us know that there is a book that has been borrowed from her called The Eventually Ending Story, and she would like to get it back. We promised to help her do this. As we were leaving, I noticed that there was some apples over here on this tree, and I was curious if we could get them. We get 2 apples, we go ahead and put that in their storage, and then we head in to see what else we might be able to find. After following the trail a little bit more, we found some more apples, and then we saw a little item over here that was spinning. We walk over, and it ends up being a sticker. Looks like there are several things that you can collect throughout the game other than just helping the frogs get home. We walk over to this bush over here, find another frog, and some strawberries. After crossing the bridge, we see that there's a picture all the way over here that we pick up. After leaving the trail, we end up at Toffee Top Orchards, where we are able to snag a couple more apples. After leaving the orchards, we continue on. We make it to Wheatley's Lodge. We end up running into Lucy, which is an old friend of the family. She asks us if we are able to take a few pictures for the Whiz Bang Fair, where we need to get a bee, butterfly, and a picture of a frog. As we don't have a camera, she lends us ours to be able to finish this job. After talking to Lucy, we head a little bit south and we help collect all of the wheat in the field, where Godfrey gives us some wheat to take home. After a very long first day, we make it to Hershey's homestead and set up camp. After the long day, Rigby was understandably tired, so we went over and gave him some love. Giving him some pets, and maybe a cuddle or two. Then we talk to Bubba, where we have a cute little conversation about how we used to get books from her and we would never return them as children. We both end up laughing and we get a bunch of hearts from this. The very next morning, we get another letter from Auntie Madeline that just lets us know that our postcards are where we keep all of our notes, so if we get stuck or need any help, we just need to check that. After reading the letter, we talk to Jimothy over here, where he's trying to figure out a riddle that was given to him by Mr. Hershey on where he would be and where the treasure would be buried. He figures out that he would need to go to Winston's bee farm, and he asks us for a lift there. After agreeing to help Jimothy, we decide to go collect all of these potatoes to help the badger out. Of course, we do get some potatoes from it in the end, so it is always worth it. After wandering around, we find the next froglet in the series. Shortly after collecting our froglet, we head up and we collect some carrots to help out. Of course, we could always use some extra produce, right? In the same area, there is a sugarcane farmer that, of course, we stop and help, so that way we can stockpile some sugarcane. Hopefully, we can turn that into some kind of sweet or delicacy later on. Of course, we wave and head out. The next stop on our grand adventure ends up being Buzzington Hills, where we needed to bring Jimothy. We talk to Winston T. Plum here, where he gives us the book, and then he lets us know that some of the bees have escaped due to the broken gate and asks us if we can help. While collecting the bees and talking to a few people so we can get some more happiness and our happiness meter, we end up running into Bob, where he tells us that for his crew to be able to finish the road and pack up and go, they need some apple pie. After helping round up the last bee, we then talk to Winston, where he informs us that he needs Jill's help, and we agree to help get Jill for him. We meet Mustard the corn farmer, who of course is very grateful for our help collecting all of the corn and gives us a share. After barely squeaking in to Basilbrook, where our guild rep Arthur is and where we can get our upgrades, we turn in for the night, ready to start the next day off bright and early. We give Rigby a cuddle that brings us up to 2 happiness tokens that we can use to upgrade the caravan. We have a quick conversation with Bubba and get to sleep. Starting the day off bright and early, we get a message immediately from our guild representative, Arthur, letting us know that we should meet him at Basilbrook to upgrade our caravan. Since it is Saturday, it is currently the weekend market, so we go ahead and grab a few things that we have multiples of and open our market. In the weekend market, you do have some very favorable items like sugarcane for this one person here. They're super excited about it. We get some money and then we close up shop. We did sell quite a bit of things and we walked away with 29 hearts for our very first weekend market. Once we close up shop, we go to talk to Arthur before it gets too late. He allows us to buy the cooking bench as there's only 1 upgrade token. From there, I also bought the mortar and pestle, so that way we could make a few things with that, assuming it would be useful for maybe the sugar cane. Shortly after talking to Arthur, he gives us some ingredients and asks us to make a salad, so that way we can have a little training on the workbench. Once you go over to the workbench, you are able to select one of the items and do a certain skill check based on what you are doing with that item. Each skill check gives you XP and how well you do on that particular item, so kind of acing it is the best way to do it. I'm using a controller here, but it is also mouse and keyboard friendly. It is just recommended to use a controller. After finishing the tomatoes, we then do the next skill check for us to be able to make the salad itself. Since it was kind of late, we give Rigby a cuddle, have a conversation with Bubba, and head inside to see what else we could do at the cooking bench. We grab some ingredients, head over to the bench, and we find out that we can make flour and sugar with the wheat and the sugar cane. Which made me pretty happy that we did get the mortar and pestle, as I feel like that was very important to be able to make these ingredients. We wake up Sunday morning it is still a market day. We decided to skip the market for today so that way we can kind of hone our skills with cooking. We get a letter from Auntie Madeline letting us know that she is assigning Bubba the main note taker, so there is no fighting or arguing about it. We come over here, we see that they currently have milk. I remember that we need it for the pies, so we grab some apples to trade them with cherry sundae. We trade 2 apples for 2 milk. Traveling to the next pit stop, we end up meeting Mr. Jumpy here, where he informs us that we currently have 4 froglets and there are 22 more, and he would greatly appreciate us bringing all of them back to him. The very next area ends up being Dairy Me Milk Bar, where we run into Cherry Sundae again. She asks us if we can currently help her serve all of her customers. She is having a massive lunch rush, and they are all asking for different drinks. This was pretty simple and easy for us to do. She will make all of the drinks. All we have to do is grab the drinks and bring them to the customers that ask for that specific drink. There are 3 different kinds, and she will make one of each kind. After the customer is done with it, they will let us know that they have an empty glass that needs to be picked up. We pick up the glass and we put it in the little box over there, and we just kind of rinse and repeat until the end of the minigame. Once we finish that, we find a 5th frog, and we decide to wave to everyone in the bar. We walk away from there, getting a 2nd upgrade token, which I'm very excited to see what we can do with that. Cherry invited us to take some of the milk from the back. We grab 4, as that is the biggest that we can carry currently, and head back to our caravan. We head back to Basilbrook and speak to Arthur so we can get the oven upgrade to finally make that apple pie we needed for the construction workers. Collecting some more of the ingredients, we then do one of the hardest skill checks I think I've ever done, honestly, and prepare to make the apple pie for all of the construction workers. Adding the final touches on this beautiful pie that we were making, we walk away with a insanely nice looking apple pie. After talking to Bob and giving him the apple pie, he lets us know that they would like some milk to be able to wash down that delicious apple pie with, letting us know that they will be out by the morning. We head to the next town over, which ends up being Hershey Homestead, as we were going to talk to Jill. We give Rigby some love, of course, and have a quick conversation with Bubba before going to bed. If you made it this far, please, from the bottom of my heart, give me a like and subscribe. I can't wait to play more of this game and bring you all along for the journey as we carry on. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you guys in the next video.